of the problems in Memphis where you can't even walk a block without getting shot. We're going to get rid of the problems in Chicago. Chicago is a great city, and we have to save it. We're not going to have people shot, 11 people shot. Think of it. In Chicago, over a period of 6 or 7 weeks, 55 people were murdered. And then you have a governor saying how wonderful it is. It's not wonderful. It's very unsafe.
President today re-emphasizing the need for his crime crackdown in some of the most dangerous cities in our country. Let's bring in Fox News political analyst Gianno Caldwell and former Chicago PD Superintendent, the great Garry McCarthy. Great to have you, men. I want to begin by sharing a little bit of video. You may have seen this on social media. This is a candidate, a Democrat, running in the state of Illinois. By the way, she posted this on her official page. Again, this is what happens when you try to block law enforcement from doing their job, and ICE in particular. Watch this, get your reaction on the other side. Okay, that was Kat Abu-Ghazaleh, forced to take a seat there, Gianno. What'd you think of that?
Well, honestly, if you've been watching Mayor Brandon Johnson's rhetoric around President Trump and the National Guard and ICE coming to Chicago to clean it up, this has been a setup. Brandon Johnson has said he's told people that they need to push back on the Trump administration wanting to come into Chicago. And honestly, I am pissed the hell off that we're experiencing these tragedies week after week in the city that I love and I call my home, and there's nothing being done about it by the elected officials there. From 2015 to 2025, we've seen over 5,000 people murdered. From July 2013 up into 2025, we've seen over 700 kids murdered, teenagers. This is unacceptable, and it would not be allowed in many cities around the world, let alone in Chicago.
And there's no way that we should accept living in conditions like this, Garry. It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly right.
By the way, I want to share this really quick, get your reaction to what Gianno just said, Garry. This actually is from Tricia McLaughlin to Fox Digital. This fame-hungry cable TV candidate is so desperate for her 15 minutes of fame that she will go as far as to put our law enforcement at risk and obstruct justice. That was a reaction to the video I showed you at the beginning of the segment. Your reaction to that and to what Gianno said about the lack of overall safety and care, frankly, for the residents of the great city of Chicago.
Well, first of all, that woman should have been arrested. If you put your hands on somebody, you do it for a reason. The reason was she was obstructing. She should have been arrested, not just pushed out of the way. Second of all, just 2 weeks ago, I was on this station talking about the National Guard, and I said simply, as superintendent, I wouldn't welcome it because I wouldn't want somebody to be doing my job. But having said that, I would figure out a way to make it work and what to do with the National Guard. Now, they're not going to be doing calls for service. Right. They're not going to be doing street stops. They're not going to be doing car stops. But what they could do, and I said this, is they can go on the Mag Mile and prevent the smash and grabs. Well, Governor Pritzker pushed right back on that. So did actually Karen Bass from Los Angeles. I guess I have to stay out of Los Angeles, too. But just last week, we had a smash and grab on the Mag Mile at 5 a.m. that resulted in 3 vehicle accidents, 1 person getting murdered while the offenders were fleeing the scene. And the next day, his wife was inducing labor. Wow. That's on Governor Pritzker. Because if the National Guard was there, I can guarantee you, if you put an armored car in front of a store, they're not going to drive through the front window and steal everything that's inside it.
No, you nailed it right there. And I can say this, the mayor, Brandon Johnson, says we're using every resource we have to drive down violence. And yet, gentlemen, 20 seconds each, that just does not seem to be the facts, certainly not on the ground. And I have friends and family in Chicago, and they will tell you they welcome any and all possible intervention to make things better for them, their families. And as Gianno said earlier, there's no reason to live like this and accept this sort of lack of leadership. That's your #1 priority if you're in leadership of a city or a state. 20 seconds each. Gianno, wrap us up.
Well, you know, as we're talking about solutions, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Garry and I are hosting an event for the Caldwell Foundation for Public Safety on September 24th. Go to caldwellsafety.org and get your tickets. They're free. We're bringing together experts, community to talk about these issues that very seriously have impacted our city. I encourage President Trump to continue to talk about Chicago, continue to talk about the lack of resources the city has because the mayor is withholding them. Having no chase policies where police cannot do their jobs and pursue suspects without calling their supervisors is unacceptable. So we're going to be talking about solutions again. That's at caldwellsafety.org. Get your tickets and join us on September 24th, downtown Chicago.
Sounds fair enough to me. I'm going to have to leave it there, Garry, for time. We thank you both, gentlemen, for spending time with us tonight. Have a great weekend, man.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.